About a year ago, I reviewed a turtle pillow and I was very down on it. I did not like that pillow at all. But little did I know that I was reviewing a fake pillow. Thought it was genuine, bought it from Amazon. It came in all the right packaging. It had the little turtle logo on it. Everything said that it was genuine, except for the YouTube comments. And you all very not so kindly, some of you kindly, let me know that it was a fake pillow. So I went and bought two of the genuine, real live turtle pillows, the original and the Turtle Pro. These pillows have been on multiple flights with me. I've used them for really long flights, tried to sleep, done all the stuff, hardcore testing, and I have some thoughts. Those thoughts are these. Still sucks, even though they're real. I know. You guys aren't gonna. There seems to be a lot of backing behind these pillows. Really, people stoked on them, and I'm stoked for those people who are stoked on them. If they work for you, awesome. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who might need a little more information. Start with this one. This is just the original turtle pillow. It's basic. It's the same as the fake one that I used, really, except for one thing, and it's a very important thing, and that's that the inside piece is much firmer. It is not this little flimsy piece of plastic like the other one. It's a lot stiffer. It's also gray. If you have a white one or like a clear one, that would be fake. And yeah, you have yourself a fake. I didn't know that. So what you run into is it still is going to run into your neighbors. In an airplane, you're nice and tight, you're close, you can't really bump into people on either side of you. Most of us travel with friends and stuff though, especially if it's a long haul, so you're going to need to get into their space while you put this sucker on. But it's the same thing, you got to lift your arm up and around, so if anybody's around you, you will be bumping into them. Otherwise, it's going to be super tough, you're going to be all crunched up. Then you still get the neck brace effect. It is tight, and overall it's uncomfortable just alone. Like, it shoves your chin back, does all the stuff that you don't want a pillow to do, aka be uncomfortable. Now, if you watch my last video, notice it's much stiffer. It does hold your head up. If you can see, it's working theoretically, right? The thing that's happening on an airplane is you are sitting way more upright than you imagine. When you test it at home, when you're in a comfy chair, you're on your couch, whatever, you're like, oh, this will work. Like, I can lean back, I can get comfy, this feels perfect. But the issue on an airplane is because you're sitting so upright, you're when you go to relax, completely relax, your head dips down. You get the dip down effect. And if you're up against a window, you can maybe make this work for you, but you're going to have the dip down effect. So then you'll say, Austin, we'll pull around forward. That's what they say. And so I'll show you what that looks like. Very comfortable, very not comfortable. You'll see you crunch down, you crunch up, you fold up, you get this really bad hunched over, crunched posture. And so it just doesn't work as a pillow. It's just not doing anything. And I hear you that, like, if you're sort of like paying attention and you are shoving your shoulder up in just the right position and you've got an armrest and you're able to not really fall asleep, but you're able to kind of just relax, then I can see it working. But the second you try to fall asleep, head dips down. And that's that's the issue with the pillows. You can't fully relax. You can't just go to sleep like the pillow would, make you think you could. Now, it's also super hot. Like, just sliding that around my head and moving it around, trying to get comfortable, I'm getting hot, and I'm not in an airplane where it's claustrophobic and my little air thing isn't working, right? So that is what you're going to be running into, is it's super warm and your head dips forward. So the Turtle Pillow Pro, this pillow, it's pretty much the same, but there is a difference in that you can adjust the pillow size itself. You twist these little knobs like this. They're kind of stiff, they're kind of janky, but they fold up and then they they come down, right? And you're just adjusting the height of it, and that's all it's doing. The issue with these bad boys is it might be nice that you can adjust it, right? But when you go to put it on, you'll notice that the little knobs are here and here. And when you go to wrap yourself up, you can't twist the knobs anymore. It blocks the knobs. So if you know your size, then maybe, but it will be okay. But most of the time, you kind of want to figure it out. And so then it's like, well, how do you figure out your size? Like, I think this will work. You got to kind of twist them. And then it's like, all right, maybe I'll try that size. And then you wrap it up. And you're doing all this on an airplane. And so then you wrap it up here like this. And then it's like, oh, that's not quite the right size. And you're still running into the issue where your head's dipping down. Like I said, this is the deal. And this is where I think these pillows shine the most. For two types of people, and it's the same people I talked about in the last video. Small, lightweight kids or women, because you're smaller and you're able to lean back a little bit into your flight chair, because if you can get your head back, then your head's not going to dip forward as much, right? My head still wants to, but if you can dip down and slide down just a little bit, then you can make the pillow work for you. So on a really long flight, sometimes, so if maybe your first class, your chair dips back further. If you're a normal person, though, you're just in coach and your chair isn't going to go back very far. But if you can get your chair to lean back far enough to where your head's not going to dip forward, if you're small and your head's lighter weight and it's able to be a little more nestled into the neck brace itself, then I think that these could work for you. But the Pro, I mean, if you're going to spend the money, just get the regular one, because the Pro, you can't adjust it. It's not that, I mean, it's got some extra padding on it, and so it is maybe a little bit more comfortable, but you can't adjust it while it's on your neck. They're not as bad as I initially felt like they were when I had the fake item, but they still don't work for me. And I don't think that if you're bigger, I'm about 6 feet tall, I'm 5'11", and I'm just too big for them, and they don't work for me. Another thing about a travel pillow on an airplane is you need one thing to work well, and it's really difficult to get, and that is you need to be able to wear your headphones. You can't wear your headphones with these. It just shoves right into your ear, pocket. There's no wearing headphones with the Turtle pillow. So you will be susceptible to crying babies and to airplane noise and whatever else. So just know that going into it. No headphones with the Turtle pillow, at least not both of them. All right, so let's talk about the cost of these bad boys. If it was, $20 for these pillows, then even with all the issues, it ends up being worth it. I can make it work for me. For $20, it's like, okay, we can do this. But they're not $20. The original is going to run you $60, and the Plus is going to run you $90. It's not including tax or anything. So if you're going to spend $100 on a travel pillow that you're only going to use 5, 6, 1, 2 times a year, then it better work every time. Reclining, not reclining, first class, coach, whatever, it better always work. $60 is a little bit more. For me, you're sort of getting into the zone where it's like, okay, we're sort of getting away with it. But for me, I can find another $60 pillow that's going to be better for the situation, be better for flying in an airplane. They are also bulky still. They're hard to pack. They're hard. They just kind of, when it comes down to a travel pillow, it's not super fair to say that. I take it back a little bit. They just got to kind of be on the outside of your bag unless you have extra room. But it's not a circle. It's not something you can just cram and shove into a bag. It is plastic. It's hard. Things have to kind of work around it. So it's not as crammable and shovable as a regular travel pillow is going to be. And so depending on whether or not you have extra space, then that is going to be a factor. They do come in these nice little travel bags. I'll grab them. These are the bags that they come in. They're nice. They're actually, the bags are almost nicer than the pillows, I feel like. They have these nice Velcro on them. They seal up. They have a little dangly chain to make it so that you can hook it onto your bag and carry it with you on the outside. And so the bags are nice if that's important to you. So here's the deal with the turtle pillow. It will work for some of you and it won't for others. I think I've highlighted those different ways in which it will work and which it won't work. I would say test it out, but just know going into it, their return policy on their website, it says you get 100 days to return the pillows. And that sounds nice, but they have to be unused with all of the tags still on them. So you can't, to me, that's the dumbest return policy ever. I get 100 days to return it, but I can't test it to see if I actually want it. To me, it feels like a company that does that, I get it. You got to hit your bottom line, but also if you really stand by your product and if you really feel like it works and is high quality and all the other things, then you should let me use it. Let me see if it works for me. And if you're so confident in it being so awesome, then you will feel comfortable knowing that I probably won't return it, right? You should take that bet on your product. And Turtle doesn't take the bet on their product that it'll work. They don't let you use it. They just keep your money, right? And that's the bottom line. That's how I feel about these pillows. Now I have these ones, and I will maybe, I'm trying to think. If they don't work for my wife either, so it just is, or maybe I'll gift them. I don't know. I wish I still had, the reason I don't have the other one to show you guys is I gave it to Goodwill. I thrifted it because I didn't want it anymore. Maybe that's how these will end up. I don't know, because I got like $150 in travel pillows now. But that's not all. If you're curious to know which travel pillow I do like, then click on the video on screen now for a comprehensive review of a pillow that I will not be returning and that I use on all of my flights. And yeah, thanks for watching my video. See ya.